everybody. If you're new here, I'm Max Torres. Welcome to the channel. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We come out with new duck related content all the time. Today I want to sit down with Brandon Buckner, one of the Ducks' newest commits in this 2021 class. I want to talk to him about why Oregon was the call, some of the other schools involved, and just get the lowdown on his recruitment and what the future holds for this new Duck. Let's get into that interview. All right, I'm joined now by 2021 Oregon commit Brandon Buckner from Chandler, Arizona. Brandon, welcome. How's it going, man?
Welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm doing good.
Of course, glad we could have you on the channel today. Just want first things first. What have you been up to these days as we try to get back to some kind of a normal life?
Yes, sir. Well, our school just in our football program, we actually started this Monday. So we've been going Monday through Thursday, every day from 7 to 10 in the morning. We're running, lifting, and conditioning, and just getting back in the swing of things. So it definitely felt good to see my teammates and my friends. So we're just getting ready for our season now.
Awesome! Wow, 7 to 10. That is quite the grind. And what's that been like since I think people are trying to social distance as much as you really can for football?
Yes, sir.
Have you guys been doing like smaller groups, keeping apart? What's the process been like?
Yes, we have. Our Coach Garrison, has done a great job with that. So offense splits up, then defense goes to the other side. So offense usually goes in the weight room, and we usually be on the field, and we just rotate. And we have cones set up to stay 6 feet apart, whatever. But we still get our work done. It was awkward at first, but now we're in the swing of things. It's good now. It's working just fine.
That's great. Yeah, it's something to definitely get adjusted to, but I'm sure it'll come with time. Before we get into Oregon, your recruitment and everything, one question I'm asking people that I'm talking to: what songs or podcasts have you been listening to lately?
What songs? I've been listening to a lot of Gunna, NBA YoungBoy, Tyler the Creator, and podcasts. I don't really listen to podcasts as much, but I'm just listening to some nice little chill music on the side.
Sweet. Sounds like a good little mix of everything. I was talking to Keanu Williams earlier. He said he was listening to YoungBoy, so I'll have to check him out a little bit. So one other question I wanted to have for you: what's your height and weight right now?
My height is 6'1", and I am currently 238.
238. Okay, sweet. So we kind of get a picture of what the build's looking like. Now I want to get into the Ducks, the thing that everybody wants to talk about. You obviously make your commitment a little recently here, just a little bit ago. Kind of break it down for me. Why was it Oregon for you?
Well, first of all, they were the first ones to offer me. Just building that relationship over the past years. After my sophomore year, after being offered by Coach Cristobal and the rest of the staff, it definitely felt like a family atmosphere. And plus, I'm the fourth guy from Arizona now, from the 2021 class that's going up there. So, just going up there with familiarity, just having my friends in Arizona that's going up there to play football, it definitely feels great. A family feeling, Coach Cristobal and the rest of the staff. It's just something that you want to be a part of. They're building something special, and the football and the education, you can't get any better than that. So it definitely goes hand in hand.
Great stuff. I know you mentioned the Arizona pipeline. I want to get back to that a little bit later in the interview. But you got that offer sophomore year, so it's definitely a relationship that you've been building for quite some time at this point as you head into your senior year. When you went to tell the staff, I'm going to, make the call, be a Duck, how did you do that, and what was their reaction like?
Well, it was kind of complicated at first because coaches they were busy. They had meetings and they were going back and forth and stuff like that during this pandemic. So so it was I just texted them. I just put Coach Joe, Coach Ken Wilson, and Coach Cristobal in one group message, and I just texted them that I want to be a part and I want to become a Duck. And then the next day, Coach Cristobal gave me a call and he said, "Are you ready to join?" I was like, "Yes, sir, I'm ready." So, and the rest is history. So now I'm a Duck.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. One question I wanted to ask, just on the topic of your commitment, we kind of hear a lot about, committable offers. And I know you mentioned that Cristobal hit you up the next day saying you're ready to join. So when you were making that announcement, was it like, all right, I want to make it like it's happening, or you still have to kind of wait from the staff to see what they said? I just kind of want to understand that.
So you know how we got Jars Perkins, right?
Hmm.
So Coach Cristobal wanted me and him to commit on the same day. So I was already in the boat. So we were just waiting for Jadaris. So I just hit him up and I was like, hey, bro, I was trying to get him. I was trying to see if you want to become a Duck. He was like, yeah. So me and him talked to Coach Cristobal, and he wanted both of us to commit on the same day. So that's why it took a little while. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy to be a Duck. So it was an amazing feeling.
That's really cool, man. Well, congratulations. I'm happy for you that you got to make that decision. It's interesting to see too that, I think kind of there's some strategy behind, the announcement with Cristobal, trying to get you guys to do it at the same time, get some buzz around the program. So that's cool. I never, knew kind of what went into that. As you were going, I kind of wanted to walk through your recruitment from your first offer back in your sophomore year to now, when you eventually made that commitment. Was there like a number two school, or who else was involved? Just kind of walk us through the process.
Yeah, there was three schools besides Oregon. There was University of Arizona, Washington State, and Michigan State. I really like those three schools, but of course with the pandemic, I really couldn't get on campus. And I've been to Oregon 3 times, so I already knew what Oregon had to offer. But overall, I just felt like Oregon was the best place for me and for my future. So just definitely just having that familiarity and just seeing it, just seeing Oregon, I knew that was the place I wanted to be, and it definitely felt like home.
Sweet. So it feels like home. Obviously, you're going to be kind of comfortable if you go there that often. Was there any one thing that stood out the most about Oregon, or what's your favorite thing about the program that, you can really hang your hat on?
Definitely just for the program, just how they compete every day throughout practice and just throughout the whole year. They definitely had a great season winning the Rose Bowl, so that definitely boosted up. Just seeing how they're heading in the right direction, and I feel like for my time being there, I really feel like we can actually bring a natty home to Eugene, and that's one of the goals. And one thing I really like about Eugene is definitely like the atmosphere, how everybody's just like laid back, chill. Everything just runs smooth. So it definitely fits like my personality because I'm very like a laid back, chill person. But when it comes to football, hardworking, competitive, and just willing to win at any cost.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, laid back kind of energy when I think about Eugene. Um, it's like, I think it's a good place for college athletes to go because it's not got like that big city kind of energy
Yes.
going on, not as many distractions for players. So I've heard that in the past. That's awesome. Um, when we're looking at Oregon, multiple coaches recruited you from there. Who would you say you were closest to on the staff, and what do you like about him?
Probably all three: Coach Cristobal, Coach Ken, and Coach Joe. Because Coach Joe was recruiting my cousin Braden Swinson, that's actually up there right now for the 2020 class. So me and him definitely get along, and definitely Coach Ken Wilson. He sends me motivational texts and just seeing how I'm doing, just checking up on me, and definitely Coach Cristobal. It's like we're just like one big family, and it definitely means a lot. Not even like with the whole football, just how you are as a person, and like but just building that bond for like life after football, because football's not gonna last forever, and you just have those relationships that just last a lifetime. So all three of them I'm really close with.
Okay, so it seems like Oregon really had the kind of relationship. I don't know if advantage is the right word, but they kind of had that close connection from the start. I know when we've talked earlier, you mentioned your cousin. What are some of the conversations that you guys have had with him being there? I know he just recently got back on campus. Has he been kind of relaying to you like, "Hey, this is what they're doing. This is how we're getting back into it"?
Yep. I just talked to him last week, and I was just asking like, "How do you like it up there?" And he was just like, "Nothing's given to you. You just got to go out there and compete. And this is like the environment that you want to be in. Because we're winning. We're there's people on the team that's going to push you to be better. Everybody has the same goal, and we're just on a mission. So he was just like, he's just keeping it real and just giving me advice and just telling me what to expect when you get there, and like how he transitioned from high school to college, because for most people that's not an easy transition, but he just giving me all the knowledge and resources, so when I get there maybe it'll be like a little bit easier for me.
Yeah, so it's got to help, having that family member there who I'm sure will help you ease that transition and have a familiar face there. Speaking about you getting to Eugene, you talked about your build 6'1", 240. I feel like that's kind of in between, a linebacker, defensive line. So talk to us a little bit about how the Oregon coaches kind of see you fit into the defense and what your role is going to be.
Okay, so Coach Ken Wilson sees me playing boundary outside linebacker. So I'll be the linebacker to the shortest side of the field, which is coming off the edge, playing the run, and also playing the pass, blitzing, or sometimes dropping back in zone. Just depends on what teams we're playing, because Oregon runs a 3-4 or in like multiple defenses throughout the week because you're playing in the Pac-12. So they can definitely see me playing up on the line or playing out in space. And they just really like my athletic ability to be able to pass rush, because that's what I do, but also my versatility. And they can also see me dropping back in zone and like coverages and stuff like that. So it's definitely interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So that's what I like. And I feel like when I get up there, that's one thing I want to work on this year, is just like showing that I can cover and just drop back, and show that I'm not just like a pass rusher. I feel like I can do a whole lot more. So when I get up to Oregon, I feel like I can show off my skills when I get up there under Coach Ken Wilson.
Sweet. Okay, so it seems like you'll kind of be working with multiple coaches that want to move you around a little bit in terms of what you're doing when you're there. One thing I wanted to ask is, you're playing in Arizona, kind of a state that I think kind of doesn't really get the credit that it deserves for the talent that it's putting out. You told me you were getting close to that sack record. What would that mean to you? Can you kind of break that down?
And that would mean a lot, because I missed the first 4 games junior year. So I thought, because I always write down my goals for every season, and when I missed the first 4 games, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them. But when I came back, I was just hungry more than ever. So definitely this year, if I break it, it's definitely going to mean a lot, because finally, like, all my hard work is paying off, just overcoming adversity, but I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life right now, with this, with the pandemic, you can't really do anything. So I'm just focusing on myself. And that would be definitely a big accomplishment for me throughout my high school career.
Okay, yeah, I saw. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I know you were super close to it. And then to learn now that you didn't even play 4 games, it's just crazy to think what'll happen, in your senior season to cap it all off.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about Eugene, getting to Eugene and joining the commits. Now that you are committed, are you talking to the other Oregon guys? Like, what are you guys in a group chat? What's that going on?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're in a group chat. We're just, just building that bond and just getting to know each other. Just become closer. So we're definitely in a group chat. Just learning about each other. Just getting a feel for each other, because we're going to be playing together. So you don't want to go up there as strangers. So you might as well just start now. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, getting to know each other. I mean, as much as you really can. But with the advances that we have in technology today, I mean, kind of like we're doing right now, you can just call somebody up
Yes,
and just have a conversation, which is really awesome. We're fortunate to have that. With these 2021 guys, are you closest to anybody in particular? I mean, I know a lot of Arizona guys are coming with you.
Yeah, I think I'm the closest with Ty Thompson, Jackson Light, Keith Brown. There's a lot. Jonah Miller, Bram. So there's a lot. I feel like I definitely got to work on just getting closer, because it's a new thing. So I feel like everybody has to work on it. But I feel like once we get up there and just like see each other, because we can't really see each other because everybody's like in different states, of course. But I feel like once we get up there, I feel like we'll be just for when we get up there.
Yeah, definitely something to look forward to once you guys are all able to meet in person. Really just build those friendships even more.
Yes, sir.
we're talking about them, what are your expectations for, the potential for this 2021 class? Are there any guys that you're, trying to get to join you?
Man, well, the news on the street or on Twitter and social media that I guess we're really trying to get Corey Foreman. Now that would be nice. Like I talked to Corey a couple times last year. I haven't really talked to him in a while, but I definitely want to see if we can get Corey Foreman, Jalen Davies from Modern Day, Troy Franklin, the wide receiver. Definitely, hopefully, one of all those three. That would be nice if we could get all those three. But yeah, that's what I've been seeing. So I'm definitely going to reach out to those guys to see where their heads at.
Okay, very cool. We got some of the insider information there who we're thinking could be cool to join you. You know, we see you guys talk to each other like, hey, like on Twitter, like, oh, like, where home is, like, come join the movement. When you reach out to someone or another teammate reaches out to you, sorry, another recruit, how is that? What are those conversations like versus what a coach might be saying because it's your peer?
We're just keeping it real. Just trying to like if it's another recruit, we're just trying to convince them. Just like tell them like Oregon is the place to be, of course. But we're just even if they don't even like choose Oregon, it was definitely like nice to build that relationship because you may never know. You might end up playing against that person, or if you're fortunate to go to the league, you might be playing on the same team. So whoever knows, but it's just great just to build those relationships. Anyway, so it's nice just reaching out to different players, just talking to them because it's nice. Like everybody has a different personality, just picking their brains, just talking about football or just life in general. So I really like that part of it.
That's great. I'm sure you get to build all kinds of connections and relationships, going to camps all throughout the country, going on these visits. So if I were a recruit, I feel like that would probably be one of my favorite parts of it.
Yes, sir.
I have to ask you this next question because I remembered it right before the interview, and it's really cool. So you grew up in Arizona. Your dad is Brandon Buckner, defensive line coach on the Arizona Cardinals. Like
Yes, sir.
that's crazy. Like what was it like growing up with a dad like that, and what has your involvement been like? Do you ever get to go around practices?
Yeah. Yes. So growing up, I was always around the game because he played in the league. He actually went to Clemson and got drafted by the Steelers and played in the NFL for 13 years. So I always been around the game and always had just like resources around me just to make me a better football person and just getting advice from different people who played the game at the highest level and players now. So that definitely impacted the way I play the game and definitely my mentality. And that's why I feel like I'm really unique when it comes to when it comes to football because my knowledge for it is really high and my technique. But I've been around players Patrick Peterson, Larry Fitzgerald, Steve Smith, Cam Newton. So I've been around anybody you can name of, just picking their brains, Chandler Jones, I've been all around it. So it's definitely a cool, amazing process.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you speaking on it because I bet you get asked a lot, and I'm sure you don't want to, be like in your dad's shadow or anything because you're your own player. Brandon
Yes,
Buckner
sir.
going to Oregon. But what was maybe one piece of advice that your dad's been able to give you through the recruiting process, having gone through it, that you're holding with you?
One thing that he always says is just do what's best for me and just control the things. Just focus on the things that you can control. Because this decision is you're making the decision for yourself because he's not the one that's going to be there. It's going to be you. For the next 3 to 4 years. Just believe in you and just keep God first and just give 110% in everything that you do. So that's definitely some advice that he gave me.
That's awesome. Gotta be your own person and do what's best for you. So I think that's something that everybody can live by, regardless of if it's football, whatever you want to do in life. If someone's looking at your film, they've never heard of Brandon Buckner, they don't know how much of a pass rush beast he is. What do you think is going to stand out the most about your game?
Um, Definitely, I'm fundamentally sound. I have a high motor. I'm just always around the ball, very productive. Um, athletic, agile, versatile. So I feel like that's what makes up my film because I'm not the tallest or the fastest, but I feel like I can play to my strengths and just know what works best for me. So definitely, when you look at my film, you can see all of that.
Awesome. Those are all great characteristics to have, especially in a defensive lineman or anyone that's getting after the quarterback. You just got to go, go, go. Um, One thing I wanted to ask you, since you've been to Oregon 3 times, like you were saying, you're committed now, you know the coach as well. What's maybe one thing about Oregon or the Oregon football program that people don't really get to see or they don't know about?
That's a good question. I'll probably just say um, the way just the way how everybody interacts with each other, like no matter like what color you are or like what race you are, this game brings everybody together. So I feel like people don't really see that and how diverse the team really is. And I feel like that's really special just going into that program, just having a head coach like Mario Cristobal, just leading a group of men into battle every Saturday. So I feel like that's very important, and that's not like everybody gets to see that.
Definitely. That's awesome. That's something that I didn't really know. It's good to hear that it's a family atmosphere. I hear that from a lot of players. Just got a couple more for you here, Brandon. Then I'll let you go. You've been really generous with your time. Now that you're committed, do you have any plans to sign early or enroll early?
That's the thing. I've been looking into it, but I just gotta see and call Coach Cristobal and see if I can come up early because I know there's like it just depends on like what position you are and see how many people they want to have come early. But if I do, that would be amazing. But I'm not rushing anything. You only live once as a high school senior, so definitely just want to spend time with my family and friends. Like I wouldn't be mad if I didn't come up early. I'm still gonna put in that work and just be the most I can be prepared when I do come in the summer. So either way, it will work out for me because I'm gonna be up there regardless. But um, I wouldn't be mad if I didn't, but that would be nice if I did, though. That would be nice.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, being a recent college graduate, it really feels like I just finished high school. So it goes by in the blink of an eye. I definitely
Yes, sir.
understand where you're coming from. Now that you are committed, do you have any plans once campus is reopened to take any visits or officials? Have you thought about that?
I don't think I'm gonna take any visits to any other schools, but I think I'm gonna save my official when like everything starts reopening back up. I might talk to the guys and see if some other people want to come up on official, like to get if we can like possibly do one together. I feel like that would be pretty cool, having a couple players go up at the same time. But yeah, I definitely want to take my official. It would be nice.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know that you know, coaches, we were kind of talking about the recruiting strategy earlier. Sometimes they bring in a bunch of commits when like one big recruit is visiting, try to talk them up and, build it up. So I could definitely see that happening. Hope you get to make it up for a game real soon. The question I want to leave you with, Brandon, uh, one of the newest members of the 2021 class, what's your message to the Duck fans out there that are supporting you?
And to the Duck fans, I just want to say thank you for the support. And I'm going to live up to my promise, and just fulfill everything. I'm going to give it my all. And um, I'm going to see if we can bring a natty to Eugene. That's the goal. That's the focus. And I'm going to get 110% out of everything that I do and make a name for myself and just go out there, have fun, and make plays.
Go out there and make plays. Potential natty. We're all hoping for it. So that's great to hear. Well, Brandon, that's all I have for you, man. Want to thank you again for coming to join us. Hope we can stay in
Anytime.
touch and stay well, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. See you later.